So as you can see, and this is just a small list of people. As far as it was found at this point in time, or at least that is known at this point in time, there are about 50 people that have family ties in the government. And this is the highest that we have ever seen. It's unbelievable the lack of shame that these people have. But again, as I tried to tell you in the previous videos, these people have no shame. They do whatever they want. They suffer no scrutiny because they have the control of the justice system, of the media, and so no one questions them at all. And they are the most corrupt. They have destroyed this country for 44 years, and here we are again in 2019 waiting for the elections in October, where apparently, at least according to polls, they will win again. And so this is the Portuguese people. They are very ignorant. They lack all sorts of knowledge about their own country, about what these people actually do with their money. And all they hear from the socialists is that, you know, the pension is going to be raised by 1 or 2 euros, or the public servants will have a new benefit that no one has in this country, but they will have another benefit. And so they will vote for the socialists, because that's how you get doctrinated people to vote for you. You simply give them, you know, a few measly euros at the end of the month, and people will vote for you. It doesn't matter if they are destroying the country. If they actually get their 2-3 euros at the end of the month, they will vote for them. That's how easy it is to be on the left in Portugal. And again, we have nothing but left in Portugal. It's just a very small center party in parliament. Everything else is just center left, left, and far left. We have absolutely no party on the right, or we do, but they have absolutely no representation in parliament. So nothing changes. Portugal is always the poorest, or one of the poorest countries in Europe, always being other countries in Europe which were before a few years back, they were worse than Portugal, are now better than Portugal, because Portugal never changes. Portugal is poor, miserable, and because of the socialist policies that are always applied, it will continue to be this way. It will never change, and especially not due to the Portuguese people wanting that change, because they only want, or they only care about football. Basically, if there's football on the TV, a beer in their hands, and I'm talking about men and women, if they have this, and also the promise that their pension or their public servant salary will be increased by, let's say, 2-3 euros, then it's fine for them. It doesn't. Everything else that happens in this country and that destroys the possibility of us having any sort of good future, they don't care. They don't care. They just want their football, their money, and or a promise of money. Sometimes they don't get it. The socialists keep breaking their promises always. But the Portuguese people are so ignorant and so dumb, they will continue to vote for them. And the only chance for us is that something changes in the European Union, because right now the European Union is basically a dictatorship in formation. And if other countries that are against this dictatorship in Europe do something to stop it, that's the only way that Portugal can change. But from the inside, from a change that the Portuguese people itself will promote, I don't think that will ever happen. It's the Portuguese people are too indoctrinated. They are too dumb and ignorant, and they don't want change. They think that this is good. Being poor and miserable is good. And things like this, as I've already showed you in regards to family ties, Portuguese people will criticize it, but at the same time, people do this all the time. In Portugal, there is no meritocracy. No one gets a raise or gets a new higher job in terms of hierarchy. They don't get that job in Portugal by their merit. They get it because they know someone. They get it because a friend of a friend recommended you. It's never about your quality of work. It's always about being friends with someone, being family with someone. In fact, a socialist guy, he has the who is he? I think he's the parliament leader for the Socialist Party, and he basically has his whole family working in Azores, his whole family in the public administration. This is how far these people go. And since there is no scrutiny and people, as I said, they criticize it in words, but then in actions they don't really care, they continue to vote for them. So they keep doing it. There's absolutely no consequence for their criminal acts. There's absolutely no consequence for spending more money, more public money than they should. So this will continue to happen. And I want to do also another video about a very specific case that happened recently, related again with how things happen in this so-called Republic of Portugal. But as I already mentioned to you, we are actually a dictatorship with a tone of democracy, but in quotes, democracy in quotes, because you vote, but the same always win. So that's how Portugal works, basically. And I want to do a video about that because it's another clear example that the regime that exists in Portugal fights to continue to be the power that controls everything and prevents that anything that might change the future even has the chance to exist. So I'll talk about it in the next video, and I hope you like this. So I'll see you next time.